What's up, everybody? Dominique Henderson here, and I'm fresh back from FinCon 2021. This is my first time, and I have some impressions, and I have a couple of takeaways that I want to share with you. Oh, by the way, like I said, my name's Dominique Henderson. I'm the founder of the Jumpstart Coaching Lab, a community for career changers, aspiring financial professionals, and existing financial professionals that are looking to take their acumen, their knowledge, their expertise, all that kind of stuff to the next level by serving people, helping them change family trees, as I like to say it. But let's get on to what happened at FinCon 2021. Okay, first of all, what is FinCon? There's, all kinds of Comic-Con, there's VidCon, there's all these different cons, but they're basically, conferences, right? So con is short for conference. And Fin obviously represents financial services. So I think their theme is, this is where the money nerds convene. So I definitely consider myself as a money nerd, but you're gonna have podcasters and bloggers and people with videos that do live streams, speakers, authors. I mean, the whole creator community has intersected with people that like to talk about money. And those two got married and had a baby, and it was called FinCon. For the most part, it's just people like myself. There's financial professionals, there's coaches, there's educators, there's all types of people there. And it's just a real big community. So let's get to some of those takeaways, because I'm really thinking that you want to know, what did I learn? Why would you ever want to go in the future? What are some trends that are, in conversations that we had while we were there? All that kind of stuff. Let's get into that. So just in case you didn't know, the financial services industry is changing. I think trend number one is that it is changing. Back in the day, you used to have your grandpa's financial advisor that had a big button-up suit and a white starched shirt, and he was sitting behind a big mahogany desk. That's not who's at FinCon. The industry has shifted so that people that are all along the spectrum of financial advice, whether they are just starting out and trying to get a good credit score, or if they're really, really uber wealthy, the financial services industry is shifting. Whereas the Morgan Stanley guy or the Merrill Lynch guy might wear a suit way back in the day, people at FinCon that are just as equally equipped to get you through your next step along the financial advice continuum, they're wearing cargo shorts and flip-flops. So, I think that this is one of those trends that is not going away. The financial services industry is changing. It's becoming more inclusive. There's all types of creative minds inside there offering solutions to consumers of financial services that have not been seen before, and you can be one of those. All right, the next thing I thought about was, wow, these are a lot of brands here. So you got people that are corporate brands or startups that, just got through maybe raising some money. And then they're interacting with all the different creators there. And there were a lot of different conversations going on, some really fruitful ones. I've had a couple myself about future collaborations I'll be doing in the future with people possibly. But here's the takeaway. You don't have to have 1 million subscribers on YouTube or, 10 million podcast downloads. Now, granted, there were people that had that kind of stuff. But I saw a lot of small creators, relatively small, let's call it channels 10,000 and in, that were having some really meaningful conversations with major brands, major sponsors that are trying to reach an audience that these creators have access to. For instance, I'm talking to people about how Jumpstart can possibly be of use to their brand. So this is what I want you to know, that if you're thinking about being a financial professional, a coach, an educator, a planner, an advisor, you don't need 1,000 client families. All you need is those really dedicated fans. My YouTube coach talks about 1,000, really dedicated fans. I would even drop that down to maybe even 100, depending on your business model. There's people that are doing all kinds of things when it comes to the level of services that you can provide and or programs that you can provide to consumers of financial services. All right, another thing, and I know this is not everybody's thing, but man, you gotta get on video. They even had podcast booths and video booths for you to record live. And I'm such an idiot. I didn't really, take my phone. It was dying all the time, and I didn't really get a lot of footage, even though I recorded a live podcast with somebody. But the point is the following. Video is a land grab. So if you could maybe hire a coach or double down on video, there are all kinds of ways, obviously, to get into the space and show your creative mojo. There were plenty of bloggers there. There were plenty of podcasters there. But man, you know, video is one of those trends that is not going away. So if I haven't said it before, you might want to think about video. I think it's an excellent way for you to connect with your ideal client, especially in the climate that we're in. You know, back 2 years ago, it was nothing to say, I'll meet with my clients and we'll do this, but you never know nowadays. People might not want to meet with you. And in my opinion, video is the next best thing because it conveys a different type of communication than just audio or just phone or something like that. Last but not least, my takeaway was the following, and I think that I may have to do more of this. Client interactions that are one-on-one is a great thing, but what if you can't? If you have one of my friends, Terry Igioma, who has done really well with her trade and travel brand, she was there at FinCon, and what she's done is packaged her knowledge inside of a course, and she's sold over 3,000 of those courses on teaching people how to trade and travel and make $1,000 a day. And so you can get creative with the way you want to deliver the information you have. There's courses, there's group coaching where there's a one-to-many format. There's all types of things that you can do to monetize and package up the things that you know and that you want to deliver to your ideal audience. So what I would say is the sky's the limit. You just don't have to confine yourself to one-on-one client interactions. And a lot of the people at that conference, you know, when I was talking to them, I was like, hey, so what is your, how's your business made? Like, where are your revenue streams coming from? They were like, oh, I got this, I got products, I got this, I got that. There's all types of ways, you got ebooks, you have, handouts and different lead magnets and things that you can use to attract your client to a particular product or service that you have. So I would say that, FinCon overall kind of showed me and inspired me from a standpoint that you do not have to have this limiting mindset around what you can do in order to offer a solution to your ideal client. There are people out there with tons of information, but what they're needing is not more information, but maybe more context. The way that you package it, the way that I package it, the way that the next person packages it, we're all saying something pretty similar, but it's going to reach that individual client just a little bit different. So more than anything, I realized that I was in a like-minded community of people that thought the same way when it comes to financial services being a little bit too boring and stuffy and buttoned up. And they were doing it different. That was the coolest thing. So I would love to possibly see you in a future event down the road. Now, one more bonus here. I bought a Pro Pass because I didn't know what to buy. And the Pro Pass entitles you to all the different events and talks and breakout sessions that happen. And what I'm gonna be doing, since there's so much information, because I just ran my mouth the whole time I was there, I didn't really sit in as many sessions as I wanted to. I'm going to be going back through those sessions and gleaning out all the takeaways, outlining them, putting them in some format that would be a little bit more digestible for you. And I'm going to be doing that inside of my Jumpstart community, www.jumpstartcoachinglab.com. Make sure you go there because those are the type of nuggets that you're going to want to have. Did you attend FinCon? If you did, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you like the most. I would love to connect with you, maybe share some best practices or maybe mastermind a little bit in the chat. Definitely love that you checked out this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Please leave me a comment. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.